Jugoslovanske, slovenske komunjare imajo problem. The Slovenian Komos. Proletariat commissars, they have a problem here. The only thing that happened was, that's interesting, is that's all there is. This dot here, that's all there is to it. You see this? The whole thing, the whole setup that I had, I'm gonna create for this garbage here, dedicated one, a page. It went to hell in a split of a second. I don't know why this stuff here. I really do not understand any of it. It's a remotely controlled computer. They watch exactly the stuff I do. Just a minute earlier, and I was sure I'm going to be capable to do this stuff again, because it was all about the copy paste. Not only have the only thing that would happen would be a round circle that started to circle. And like never before, Microsoft Paint simply have frozen. It have frozen. And once it have stopped being frozen, interesting, because you can't go back, nothing. There is images here under this stuff that I could use to create the image I want. But they made sure that I would not get those images. Everything I created now, in other words, went to hell. I did not even save the image anywhere. This image is not saved. What is saved under the Bobbies is actually... what exactly is this here? 24-bit bitmap BMP DIB. I've never used this stuff in my lifetime. You know what I mean? I never used this, so I can easily tell you that it was severely, my computer faced attack right now. This was a cyber attack. The computer froze, and once it froze itself, the paint no longer, the images I had, no longer I could access them. And what makes it interesting, right now you see that it's changed to 24-bit bitmap, whatever. Interesting. Interesting, because really I don't recall ever using this option. Never used this option. Usually this is what I would do, and this is what I saved this picture as, that you're about to see below. And the picture is right here. This here, this is Bobbish. This here, this thing here, this stuff here. This is the image. That's what I wanted to do. And so what I can do is I'm actually going to even open another one like this. So the image that there was, precisely I can access this image. This is the image right here. And no, this image was not saved in absolutely was not saved any bit, whatever that was. Crap. Actually, let me see that. No, this is just not it. It's not the right one. And so this stuff here that I was just demonstrating you, it needs to be saved. I'm gonna cancel this out. You see, this is saved under Bobbish. Is not saved under Bobbish because I just demonstrated you. And again, 24-bit bitmap BMP DIB. Do you guys know anything about this stuff? Because I never had issues like this before. Incredible. I lost images right now, which what I do is there is an image right here, by the way, that I was going to use. Right here is the image I was going to use, this here. There is something that's left from this image, and it's incredible. The only thing that happened was this. It took everything. Everything was wiped out. And I did suggested this already, that it did happen before already, that they play with this Microsoft Paint during MK Ultra, suggesting me that they will do stuff, all kinds of stuff to it, including the paint and so on, that they will be choosing a pink paint they choose for some lady that was involved in MK Ultra, that I don't know, squared or whatever her, and it was pink because that's what she demanded during MK Ultra. So I'm trying to tell you that this computer is completely surveillanced. There is people on the other end watching exactly the stuff I do, what I do, how I do, and they also disturb. Not interfere, but they disturb with it. Those people, not difficult to tell, are at Novo Mesto police station. Maybe neighbors, whoever it is, but maybe just a connection through the neighbors, because it's open Wi-Fi, is used straight to the police station. Obviously private homes, not to the police station. But whoever is doing this, they are surveillancing me. They watch everything I do on the internet, every fucking move I make. And yes, they disturb, they harass. This is not a good stuff for the Slovenian communist garbage. And I hate to refer to them as a communists, but Chinese don't do anything about this stuff. That's a communist country, and it seems to me they are cool with it. They're not doing anything about it. They didn't step on fingers to this Slovenian scum here. They don't care about the communism, really. Nobody really cares about the communism. It's all about other issues here. And I think also in China. They're using communism to hide behind, but that behind it's a common cause. And this cause did not change anything from the times of the Soviet Union, greater known also as Yugoslavia, Velika Serbia. Nothing really changed. Not here in the Balkans, not elsewhere in Eastern Europe. It's all the same garbage that is still doing the same stuff. And so this here, I'm just going to put it this way because I don't want to spoil the image like this. This here, I cannot even, this is not saved. If I wanted to save, it would go under the Babish. It would go to the downloads section that you see right there. Definitely not under the 24 bitmap. It would definitely go under the JPEG. Yeah, I did not even explain this properly. This is what this was, this stuff. This is what this was. This was the image I demonstrated you, just as you see on the top. Babish recovered. Recovered? Fuck. What do you mean by this recovered? So I have the proof already about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's right there. There you go. About my claims, I have the proof about it. I'm just gonna copy paste this picture here, this, and so that I don't lose that one, I'm gonna take a screenshot, and there you go. He says it's recovered. What the fuck do you mean by this recovered? And why is it that you are so sensitive about recovery now? I mean, what do you mean by this recovered? Recovered from what? You recover from what? You recover alcohol. What did you recover from, motherfuckers? What exactly did you recover from? This is not a very nice blog I'm giving him right now. I'm giving him a graveyard right now. I am accusing here the government of the United States of America, Germans, Britons, and everybody else of something very, 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 very unethical. Something they supposedly are very, very much against, but in reality they supported, they created this stuff. This is a graveyard for the Babish right now, right here. This is a bad one. You probably won't even see Babish because of this stuff here. He is as billionaire as much as you know how much he is a billionaire. He is much as billionaire as much as a Zuckerberg is, or Warren Buffett, or any of these geniuses that United States government created to pull out this communist hyenas that they started to post also with their own billionaires. This is just as billionaire as Vladimir Putin is billionaire in Russia. Communists in Russia needed their billionaire, so they selected communist Putin, and Czechia needed billionaires. Slovaks and Czech need their billionaires. And that billionaires again come from the lines of the communists. And so yes, I have written here, if anybody ever asks you about why I was bleeding as a child, as a baby, and as a teenager for the Western world is ideals, for the capitalism, you tell them this side, this blog right here I'm writing, this graveyard here for the Babic and his big bosses here in Eastern Europe. That's exactly why I was bleeding. So he can be worth $4 billion and so I can be thrown inside of the psychiatric hospital. That's exactly fucking right. I had to fucking die so the communists can get billionaires. That's precisely is the reason why. If they ever ask you about American allegiance, if they ask you about Western values and whatever the fuck they start to garbage you about pertaining to this case, you fucking remind them, I'm 53 years old, this is what my life was, and this is what the communists even become. To literally laugh in my face, derision me for my fight, for my pledge to fight for the survival, to fight the communism, to take them down, to deprive me, to take away from me everything I accomplished in my life. And not through the... Don't try to humiliate anybody. Don't try to... It's nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to... what the hell is his name? Mandela. South African Mandela. But this fight I was doing, this was a totally different thing. This was really something else. This was really out of the darkness. And everything, would you believe this? Everything went into the pockets in Eastern Europe, went to the pockets of the ex-communists, so they could laugh in my face, derision me, torture me physically, do best they possibly could in front of their American, British, German capitalists, newly founded friends, and with their assistance, because the torture likewise went in the United States of America, in Britain, Germany, and elsewhere. Yes, disgusting, but if they ever ask you why, you tell them because of this, so they could get wealthy, they could get rich, they could laugh in my face upon the fall of the Soviet Union and guarantee me that it was all for nothing while breaking me apart in pieces. You tell them 53 years of life went like this. And you can go back to your Nelson Mandela and you can talk about him. I think he is a great guy. I think he did good stuff. Actually, I started to believe that Country was not a terrorist, but it was something necessary he had to do. But if they ever ask you about me, if they start telling you about me and this and that, you tell them, motherfuckers, you're British royals and you're American garbage. You're elite. You remind them of this page here. Why? This is why here. That's what I'm writing him. You're not happy. They're not happy with this stuff. And so this is how this Microsoft Paint became frozen. Unresponsive, they say. This has never happened to me before that I would have that I would have this frozen. So recovered. It says it's recovered. Why the fuck is recovered? It's not even saved yet. I never saved any of this stuff. What the hell is to recover? There is nothing to recover here. Do you see anything to recover here? What exactly are you going to recover? This is recovered? No, this is not recovered. This shit is not recovered. That's precisely not recovered. The original image is the one I demonstrated you right here. That is the original image. The original image is right here. That is the original image. Interesting. I have never seen like this. I have never seen stuff. This is the original image. Bobbish. This here. And if you look at it, if you go to properties, it's a JPEG image. This is not the image that is selecting for me automatically that I should use to save the image. Save as, and it's 24 bitmap and this and that. Never saved one in any fucking bitmap. So I know that I did not video record. It's interesting because when I tried, that's really interesting, because when I tried to paste the image, that's what's interesting. It would not allow me to paste the image. It stated to me that is inoperative, something like that. It gave me the message that is not responsive, but it gave me the message that is I don't know, unauthorized, or that is just not compliant or whatever for me to copy the image. I never got the message like this, and you can see that something happened right there. It says that it's recovered. Recovered. What the fuck is recovered? Fucking recover, you motherfuckers. That's a proof right there that they are administering this computer, that they are meddling in it, disturbing, literally, even when I try to use the paint to do the stuff. That there is all kinds of stuff going on this computer with other people's presence, administering the stuff I do. That's important video for me, this stuff. And yes, they did this stuff to me with this, just as I described also with previously. And it's also other issues they did with the Microsoft Paint. They do it. They do the stuff like this. This is a graveyard for this fuckball from Czech Republic, this Slovakian politician, Czech politician. This is not a good news for him. You see him posing here. And I can tell you that for this image, he told me that he's gonna make some crazy images online, so that he would remind me just how fucking crazy I look. That he would remind me to see myself as a lunatic, as nobody with no future and so on. This is an animal. This is a real communist animal. He knows he's a nobody, but it's enough for him to pose as a clown, as a happy, crazy clown, for the sake of the Red Star, basically. That's what this is. Finally, for this psychopath, it doesn't even matter if he's a communist. I'm not interested in a war against communists. This is not what motivates me. But what's interesting, what I found truly, truly impressive is, maybe this is a fascist, who the fuck knows who this guy is. He's definitely suffering from mental issues. If he wouldn't be doing the stuff like this with so much money that he has. He would show some gratitude and normality in the society, but he prefers something else, right? He prefers the stick. He prefers to govern with the violence, just as Putin does over there in Russia. He has his little ways, and he enjoys his little rituals, killing people through MK Ultra and stuff like this. My job is to get the garbage like this off the street. It's been around for way too long. So I'm gonna demonstrate you what this looks like, 24-bit, this and that. No, we're just gonna change this to the JPEG like this, and we're gonna save this stuff here. Bobby JPG already exists. Do you want to replace it? You know what I'm saying? Is it or is it not? Yes, it is. We do want to replace it. Want to replace it? No, because I want to see it. I want you to see it when I replace it. So save, replace it, yes, like this. So now if we go back here, you can see the image right here. Now it's replaced. Yes, now we can say it's replaced. Now what does it say here at this place here? Now it says Bobbish Paint. It no longer says recovered, right? So you do believe me that they are fucking around, they are intruding, they are doing this stuff, and that's a proof right there. Thank you. Bobbish Paint, you see it? No more recovered. Let's go. We're gonna do it like this. Paint, no more recovered. It's gone. I don't know how, but that stuff also is no longer can be. I no longer have a ability to. That's all I get here. That's all there is to it. A little earlier, let me see that. Yeah, recovered. It's no. Yeah. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Case proven.